everyone, welcome back to FOOTBALLBREHZ, a platform where we discuss, debate and banter. My name is DOS and I'll be your host for today's show. Today we have with us Arsenal fan Kemal, we have Spurs fan Ben, we have Chelsea fan Kadus, and lastly we have Liverpool fan Isha. And what we're going to discuss today is the games that keep coming thick and fast. And we've got a couple of blockbusters this week. But before we do that, can you guys make sure you subscribe, you like, you follow all of our pages. We're going to keep reminding you. That's Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. And comment as well. Let us know what you think. All right, let's get on with the show. So we're going to go with, there's been quite some crazy results in the last couple of days. As you can see, Isha's already drinking, so you already know that, he's getting heated up. So, but
is that water or vodka, bro?
Before we go there, we'll go to Isha straight away. Liverpool just got humiliated by City. City being their challengers for the title, basically, and it was close. It was close until that 2-1 or the Alisson happened. It was
He had too much coke before the game.
I just wanna leave it to you guys. Like, what is going on? Like, how can Liverpool fix this? Because let's be real, City are gonna run off with this title.
Yeah, it's gone.
What can Liverpool? Because Liverpool right now are in a challenge for top 4. They may not.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Spurs are gonna stop Man City. Don't worry.
Go away.
We're gonna come back to that.
Don't be silly, bro.
We got time.
So
we'll come back to that.
So how can Liverpool come out of this slump? Because yes, we can say injuries, but they've also lost 3 games at home, in a row.
Yeah.
I mean, that's no joke. So what can Liverpool do to come out of this?
Thiago is not the answer. That's what I'm saying. So don't talk about him because he's been the worst signing of the season.
Wow. Kemal always distracted. Kemal always wants to get in the word first.
Does he also know that Willian and Gabriel play for Arsenal?
We're going to talk about that. That was a stretch, Kemal. That was a stretch.
Willian and Gabriel play for your team.
Remember how happy he was when Thiago come? Oh my God, Thiago! Oh, watch what he does.
All right, let's go. Kemal, let's go to the point. Let's go back to the point.
Nothing, because he's injured the whole time, bro.
Let's go back. This is not a transfer show, guys. This is not a transfer show. Let's go back to the point. What can Liverpool do to get out of this? Because right now, they're in trouble. Like, they're in trouble right now. What can they do to get out of this?
Big trouble. It's a broken record, man, but we need players back. Jota's coming back in the next 2 weeks. We need him because the front three, when they're not performing, no one else is coming on to do the business.
Yep.
We need the midfield back to how it was because I've noticed, I don't know if you noticed here, watching the City game, how stretched it was and how easy they played through our press.
Easy.
Every single time we play City, we press them to death. That's one of the ways that we stop these guys from playing football. But they played through our press all day long because we've not got people like Henderson and Fabinho in midfield in the places we need to shut them down. And I noticed that we're just on the back foot the whole time. So that's the element of our team that is getting overlooked because the front three is not performing well. But we can't press teams the way we used to. So teams are getting through us. And that's why we can see the more goals, games are more open.
Man, City got through so easy, especially in the second half. They got through so easily, and now you're coming up against Leicester. I mean, that's not going to be an easy game because Leicester know how to defend, and that's been a trouble with you guys, teams that sit back and they're dangerous on the counter.
I'm confident against Leicester,
Oh yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
Wow.
I'll tell you why. Our recent record against them is impeccable. We normally don't just beat them; we batter them. Because Brendan Rodgers doesn't like to sit back and defend deep. Like, he'll play open, expansive football.
What are you on about,
which we like. Not only that, right? But we actually, we're playing away. And our away record is actually pretty good. Our home record is different.
I'm the only person who heard that.
Hopes everyone listens to what he's saying.
You saying Brendan Rodgers doesn't play defensive football?
Let's go to Kadus.
You're saying Brendan Rodgers doesn't play defensive football?
Yeah.
I swear that's what he's all about with Vardy running in behind.
No, they don't camp and then chuck it over the top. They play expansive football. Do you even watch football?
He's one of Mourinho's students, bruv. Of course he uses defensive football when he needs to, bruv. He did it against Man City. He's done that against a lot of teams where he has to play a very defensive, rigid structure and then get you on a counter. He does
Every team, when they're in the defensive phase, defends.
It's not just attacking.
But
they play attacking football.
Okay.
No, but the difference is, right? Sorry.
And I was just going to say, to have Henderson in defence against Vardy, I mean, that is a scary thought. Because Vardy is all about movement.
Yeah, but is Vardy back though?
Yeah, he's back.
Yeah, he was on the bench. He was on the bench and he
damn.
came on in the last game.
I honestly don't think it's going to be Henderson. I think it's going to be the new signing Kabak in the back for this game. Because in Klopp's press-off before City, he was saying that he would have wanted to play him, but he normally wants 2 weeks. Yeah, he was. He was fuming. So I think Kabak's going to come in at the back, and it's probably going to be him and Fabinho, and we're going to push Hendo back in midfield. I think that's what's going to happen. Which for me gives me optimism for that game.
But your Brehz are still not scoring goals, though.
Does anyone think that
we are scoring?
Does anyone think that Liverpool's poor run will continue now with Leicester?
First and foremost, who's heard of Ozak Kazaban, the prisoner of Azkaban? Who's heard of it? I've never heard of that, Lisa.
Okay, on that note, on the prisoner of Azkaban note, we're going to move on.
He's talking about, have you heard of him? Yeah, I heard of Werner, but where is he, bro? Okay, I heard of Kai Havertz.
Bobby, won us a game.
Let's go to Ben.
Won us a game, bro.
1 in 10, yeah, cool.
Let's go to Ben.
You're talking to me about your front three.
Let's go. Let's move on.
I'm waiting, bro. I'm waiting.
Come on,
Manchester City, massive game. Actually, you know what? I'll leave that to the end. Let's go to Manchester United. Man United, last minute, dropped the game. Lost. I say lost. It feels like a loss. We drew the game to Everton at the end. Like, I want to put this out to you guys. Like, what is the issue right now with Man United not being able sometimes to hold on to that lead at the end? Like, it feels like we can't play games out at the end. Go on, Isha.
I think you guys are suffering from a little bit of pressure at the minute, because I feel like this goes back to what I was saying before, when I felt like you guys might be slightly overperforming. And I feel like now that we're in the business end of the season and the heat is on, like, this is where you have to grind out win after win. That's what champions do. And I feel like that pressure might be weighing a bit heavy on some of these guys.
What do you know about what champions do?
We are champions, bro. We are champions.
You're a disgrace to champions. I've told you
worst champions. You ain't at that level. You're not on that level. You're not on that level. No, I'm sorry.
You are mad.
How old were you the last time Arsenal won the league?
Mad.
How old were you? Do you remember? Were you even allowed to drink? Were you illegal to drink the last time you won the league?
You didn't hear about the Premier League until last year, bro. What are you on about, bro?
Yeah, Isha, how old were you when you last won it before last year?
That's a stupid comment because we just won it.
Can I ask a question? Isha, quick
That's
question.
the last one.
Quick question. In the past 4 weeks, you've been in one episode. So where have you been for the other ones?
I love it, bro.
Liverpool lost.
I love it, bro. I love it. Can we move on? Come on.
Let's move on.
Let's just say that.
Cool.
Isha made a good point about pressure. I do see where you're coming from in that, and I do feel that some of the players are feeling pressure. Like in that game, for example, Twanzebe was the one that made the mistake to get that set piece at the end. And you know he's under pressure right now because of all this disgusting racial discrimination that's going against him. But still, I mean, you know, you don't expect him to make mistakes like that. But De Gea is another problem, right? Like, you know...
But who made the biggest mistake to cost you that goal, though?
De Gea, I would say. De Gea made the biggest mistakes for 2 of the goals. Like, the first goal and the third goal.
What about the one where Maguire played like 3 players on?
No, you just have an agenda with Maguire. That's what it is. Yes.
Who said I have an agenda with Maguire? It's the first time I'm mentioning it.
It's not just you. It's everybody. Anytime United don't pick up 4 points, everybody goes to Maguire. It's a usual thing. It's a scapegoat. Let's be real. That game, they had 3 shots... and it was 3 goals. The whole game. We control. I thought it was one of the best, like, us holding on to the ball of games I've seen in a long time. We actually played ball.
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? And I was surprised. I always complain about that. They had 3 shots. De Gea fucked up the first one and gave them that goal. And then the third one, he's too soft to come in a hard challenge. He has to dominate that defense and come in and grab that. If that's Alisson, he grabs that. If that's Edison, he grabs that or punches it.
If that's Alisson, he's passing to Calvert-Lewin. That's what he's doing.
So I would say if De Gea didn't make any of those mistakes, you know, like, we win that game. So we have to be honest with ourselves. He's been better this season, but he cost us that game for me.
Yeah, and you also have to look at it this way as well. Like, no one expected United to be in this position at the beginning of the season.
No.
We've all sat here and said that United fans should be very surprised and happy the fact that you guys are in this position. So my thing is as well is you are still needing a decent world-class centre back. I feel like your back line is a bit too inconsistent. because that's what you need.
I don't think
against Everton. I thought you guys played phenomenally well going forward. I thought you guys. What let you down again was those small details in defence. So for me personally, I feel that maybe that centre back partnership is a question. For me personally,
that I agree with. I agree with the centre back partnership being a question. I don't say we necessarily need a world class centre back. We just need a centre back that complements Maguire. Like we need a centre back that's quick. We need a centre back that's strong. And someone who can. Yeah, but he's inconsistent because of his injury, so we can't rely on him. So I won't say, but I can't blame the defense all the time because the team mistakes come from different places. It's not just the defense. It's just everybody goes to the defense. That's it. Anyway, we're going.
But let's be real. West Brom have been shit anyway. So
yeah, we're going up against West Brom. We should beat West Brom. So I'm expecting 3 points in that game. You know, Everton. I thought we were going to win, but we didn't. But West Brom, there's no excuses. Anyway, let's move on from Manchester United.
Tottenham beat him, sir.
Okay. Let's go to Arsenal. Arsenal, another loss, Kemal. Another loss.
Yeah, I know. You shouldn't be laughing.
Is that 10 this season, bro? Is that 10 L's this season?
It's 10 L's.
Are you not breaking
season,
records? 10 L's.
Yeah, you know, we've lost more than we've won.
Double figures.
It is what it is.
Yo.
The year after we won the Premiership,
you've lost more than you've won.
Yeah. I know them statistics. Don't watch that.
But
at least
you know what?
Disgrace
Come on.
champions like you.
Let me just set context here a little bit. Like Arsenal lost against Villa. Villa have been good. Let's be real. But with Arsenal, first of all, the new signing looks pretty good. He looks like promising. Odegaard. He's creating chances.
Shame he's not staying.
Aubameyang, mess. I don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah, he played down the middle again and it just wasn't working. At all.
You're coming up against Leeds. Leeds are going to cause you all sorts of problems. Like, they are relentless, you know? So, how do you guys feel like this game is going to shape up? It's just said slap. Come on.
You
see how he's speechless, man. Don't even know what to say.
Arsenal going to get slapped.
Well, I don't know. I think Arsenal going to win. Just leave it at that.
No, but it's not. No.
If let me finish. If Aubameyang cannot, I wouldn't start Aubameyang.
I'm saying how is the game going to shape up? I'm saying because you guys,
it's going to be who can score the most goals.
You think?
It's going to be attack from both sides.
That I agree with.
That's what I think it's going to be.
And but you still don't have Luis back, so it's going to be Gabriel Holding again. That could be a blessing for sure. Yeah. I heard Partey is not injured. I heard Partey should be back in that game.
Tierney should be back. Tierney should be back as well.
Tierney,
so that will be a bonus.
It's going to be a good game.
Here's my thing, right?
Tell me.
With Leeds, it's quite simple. If you can break their press in the midfield, then you've got a good chance. So if Partey's playing for Arsenal and he's on form, he's the guy that's going to be definitive, I think, for Arsenal winning or losing. I think once you break past Leeds' press, you guys will be okay. I think, to be honest with you, Arsenal shouldn't really be worried in terms of your performances. You haven't been terrible. You've been playing very well. That game, there were some questions over Arteta. I think Martinelli should have came on instead of Willian. But I understand why Willian did come on. But, you know, I think against Leeds are beatable.
Arsenal should have got a penalty as well.
Leeds are beatable. You have to outwork them, though. That's the thing. And Arsenal will have to outwork them that day. Like, they won't be able to rely on their passing alone. You know what I mean? Leeds, every player is going to win all of those 50-50s. That's what they're going to want to do.
Listen, I just want Arsenal to start the game well. That's what I want them to do. How we played 2 games ago, where we really was playing well when we got 2 men sent off. Yeah. If we start like that, I'll be super, super happy.
Did you just say when you were playing well and you got 2 men sent off? Is that a success of Arsenal? That's a good game. That did sound weird.
I think it's crazy that you're talking. Why are you talking? You just got battered. When's the last time you won a game? Talk to me.
I think this game.
Actually, the last game before City we won. But anyway, isn't it funny how we're in a terrible run right now, right?
Did you lose 1-0 at home?
At home, yeah. The home game, the last one wasn't a home game. But we'll come back to that. Isn't it funny how we're in a terrible run right now, right? And we're still looking down at you by like 9 points. How does that make you feel?
You're the champions. You're the so-called COVID champs.
We're dead right now.
COVID champs.
And we're looking down at you like you're nothing. How does that make you feel?
You can't even win the Premiership on a real season, can you?
Wow.
On a real season.
Alright, on that note, can we move on, please?
We'll come back to that.
Let's move on. Does anybody here think that Leeds can outfight Arsenal and actually take...
Oh, yeah. But this is what Leeds do every game. Every game, Leeds outwork the hardest.
They tried to do that against Man United. They got battered 6-1.
Yes,
Yeah,
they
you
beat
like
the
decent.
press. You beat the press. That's you. Once you
But
beat the press,
exactly.
you can beat them.
But do you think Arsenal can beat the press?
Well, if Tottenham
No.
can beat the
Yes,
press.
they
Tottenham
can. If
beat
Partey's
the
playing.
press, Arsenal can beat the press.
Oh my lord, that's
But will
trash.
they? That's the question.
Well, we're going to find out on Saturday.
I think
Alright.
they can, to be honest, if they have a banging game. But it's just a question of how it's going to go. It's
Partey
like
needs to
midfield
be
battle.
playing.
That's where it's at. the
Partey
midfield battle.
needs to be playing. If Partey's
Yeah.
not playing, then I
Yeah.
think Leeds will give you problems. But if
Yeah,
Partey's
and Xhaka
playing,
needs to be on some stuff on that day
Xhaka's been
because
good
people are going to be
recently.
running
He's
off him.
He's
All right.
Xhaka's
All right. I mean, that's pretty clear where you guys are coming from. Let's move on from that then. Let's move into the next game. Let's go to Chelsea. Chelsea versus Newcastle. Chelsea just beat Sheffield United 2-1. First goal you conceded under Tuchel, and it was an own goal.
Own goal.
Crazy own goal. But to be honest with you, Sheffield United did have chances that game. Let's be real. They did have chances that they could have scored their own. A better team will probably take those chances. So, do you think, Kadus, and I'll put it out to you, do you think it was just a game where you shouldn't have conceded and it's nothing, and next game we'll be back to your clean sheets?
well, two things. First and foremost, yeah, it should have been 2-0. That was a horrendous error by Rudiger. But fair play to him for them backing it up and actually performing when we needed him afterwards. So, listen, man, we've seen what Sheffield has done in the past few games. You know, they're beating United. They gave City a good run for their money. I think they only scored one past them. They're on a good run of form. So, you know, coming into the game, I think everyone was under no illusion that they were going to give us problems because that's what they do. You know, but credit to Chelsea. You know, there were times where we had to suffer a little bit, like Tuchel likes to say. But we came through. We came through good. The first goal was amazing. Mason Mount's finish was impeccable. Werner had a really good game, so hopefully the goals are going to start to follow.
Do you think?
You know, we showed character. We showed character. So on to the next one, Newcastle.
Do you guys think that he's finding the players that are working for him? You know, because we can clearly see he has an idea. You know, that manager, we can clearly see that he has a plan that he wants to implement. So,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
especially
yeah,
Chelsea have good players. They have good players that. So, do you guys do you see that? First of all, do you see that plan that he has, and also, do you think he will do well? Do you think it will come off?
Yeah,
Well, yeah,
I think he will.
Sorry I'll open this up to everyone else, but yeah, just in regards to that, I feel I can see a lot of patterns of play. I can see what he's trying to do. I mean, Tuchel's had a good record of improving the youth, and he's showing that already with some of the young guys really flourishing under him so far. What we've seen so far, plus we've got a nice balance of the older generation in there as well, and I think that's what we missed. We missed a lot of that quality. So. I think, look, where we are right now is a good trajectory. I think we're on a good path.
Okay, and before we move on to the next person, I keep hearing noise. Someone is flapping with their sound. So just, I think maybe it was you, Isha. Not Isha,
Someone's got to
Kadus.
mute.
Kadus, maybe
It's
it
not-
was you. Okay,
Yeah,
just,
but it's not-
just
yeah.
be aware of that. All right, so is there anyone else that wants to jump in? Like, do you guys see, like, Chelsea coming up against Newcastle? I mean, Newcastle won't be easy. It won't be a pushover. Do you guys see Chelsea possibly... Because to be honest with you, against Sheffield United, I didn't think Chelsea played well. That's just my opinion. Like, I thought you guys grinded that result out. Like, you were 2-0... was you 2-0 up? No. You was
2-1.
1-0. Okay, and then the own goal. What is important is you got the 3 points. That's what's important. Your winning run is
They got a
continuing.
penalty, bruv. That's how they got their goal. So,
Still, they got that. They earned the penalty because, you know, they were fast in the box.
they earned a penalty against Spurs, but that was just a Spurs stupid error. So,
I hate
What
this
do
narrative
you
that's
mean?
been spread. You can only beat who's in front of you.
Bro, Chelsea...
So Ben
I don't know why...
likes to use excuses all the time. The first time was like, oh, Kane was getting foul loads in our first match. You do this all the time, bro. But when it's you, when it's your team, it's whatever. But
okay.
you know what? You know what? It's fine.
Like I said,
It's fine.
Hold on.
Continue, Mark.
wow.
Hold on. Unmute yourself, Ben.
Why are you muting me for when he's the guy talking?
No. I'm trying to mute because that noise still keeps coming back, and I don't know who's that noise is coming from.
It's not me.
All right.
It is you, because it's always when you move.
I'm not buying.
All right. Let's move on. Okay, so Chelsea coming against Newcastle, it should be a routine Chelsea win, right?
No, it won't be though. It won't
I
be.
think-
Newcastle will come. We'll give them a hard time. Don't worry.
Okay. Didn't Wilson got injured, so we don't
Wilson's
know if
got
Wilson's
injured.
playing.
I
And if
think they're missing like 2 or 3 of their main centre backs.
If Wilson doesn't play against
Chelsea.
Chelsea are beating them. They don't have any other outlet. Like Chelsea will beat them for sure.
Andy Carroll, innit? I tried to keep a full face. I was joking.
Let's go to the last game. The biggest game, I would say, of the weekend. And that's not because Tottenham are good, so don't get excited. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Ben, I'm joking.
But they're not good though.
I thought you're not biased.
Let's keep it real.
I'm joking, Ben. I'm joking.
Let's keep it
Manchester
real.
City versus Tottenham. First question I want to ask. I mean, Tottenham just came off a 2-0 win against West Brom. Are Tottenham a one-man team?
Yes.
Yeah,
of course.
I'm not even going to deny it. We are.
But how can you be a one-man team when you have players like Ndombele, you have Son, you have how can
because you can be that one-man team if that's what the manager is telling you to do, to look for that man. So, and that's what they do. And I don't know what's wrong with these players, but somehow they just seem to think they can't do nothing without Kane. So, boy.
What's wrong with them, Isha? What's wrong? No, but what was that? Was you gonna say?
I was gonna say there's no attacking philosophy at the club.
That's a very good point.
They don't know what to do in attack when Kane's not holding it up.
I would even go as far as to say there's no defensive philosophy too. I mean,
you think so?
What is the defensive philosophy that they have? I mean, just to say, okay, everybody sit back and defend. It's not really a philosophy. Like, there has to be something smart about the way they defend that benefits something else. There's
nothing smart. It's just the basic. There's nothing smart about it. And it's just the basic counter-attack football.
You're not even doing the basics right now, though.
I'm not sure. I feel that's a bit disingenuous, man. Because when I was watching Spurs against Liverpool, like, I noticed the way you set up
one
in a
game
way where it's very easy to counter.
One game.
Yeah. But they do it against big teams. Like, they set up in a way where it's very easy for Son and Kane and Bergwijn to get out. Yeah, I feel like they set up in a very specific way so that if the ball breaks, they counter very, very quickly and they get in certain spaces. So I feel like there is a setup to counter, but when Spurs have to have possession of the ball, they don't know what to do. So they over-rely on...
bro, we play sideways football, man.
Yeah.
It pisses me off.
Okay,
yeah,
and Ben, now you guys, you're coming across the most devastating team in the league right now. Like, they're scoring goals for fun, you know? So...
That was a good result against West Brom.
What can Spurs do in this game? Like, just to stay afloat against City. Forget about beating them. What can you do to keep up with City?
We have to press. We have to press City. City is not a team where we think we can sit back and park the bus. It's not gonna work.
Hold up, mate. No, hold up. The only way that you can really... Oh, you know what?
Are you... No, go ahead, innit? Go ahead, talk.
So against West Brom, you had 70% possession, right? And I remember seeing, like, there was some guy, one of your Spurs fans were talking about it, and they were really shocked. They were like, 70%, and we actually passed the ball. So you're telling me that you're going to go to United, bearing in mind that defensively...
City.
City, my bad. City. Defensively, you guys are going to hold up against them right now.
Let me explain the difference. Right, this is what I mean. This is what I mean when people are talking over me, okay? If we do the same thing, the point I'm trying to make, if we do the same thing we did against Chelsea in the first half, where we were just waiting for the ball to come to our half, and then we try and press, it's not going to work. We have to start pressing the team within their own half.
The only way that you can do that is if you're good in the ball. Tottenham aren't good in the ball, so you're gonna have to defend deeply.
But that's what I mean. We're still gonna have to do it because if we sit back, we're just gonna get torn apart. Simple as.
I think that's the only way to win. You know.
It's not our only way to win, bro.
If you press them, which means there's space behind you, and City can exploit that.
City, if you look what they did to Liverpool, right? They had first half we were doing really well against them. So what they did, they switched to 4-4-2. And they had two double pivots come into the keeper to get the ball, and we couldn't stop them. And they're going to do the same thing to you lot, I think, if you try and press them. And they are
I'm not saying
good.
I'm not saying listen. I'm not saying the level of press like Liverpool, where you're in their box, in their goalie's box. No,
City now are just that good.
I just think we have to go there and take the game to them, you know, face to face, if we're going to have a chance. If
you do that, you'll get battered for sure, 100%. Let's move on anyway. It's not just you, it's everyone. Every team in the Premier League. Liverpool are the only ones that could actually stand toe-to-toe with them if you go full-on face-to-face. But even Liverpool right now can't do that.
But if we sit back and counter-attack, their defense is really good, and I don't see Kane and Son getting through that.
Then there's no hope. I'm being real. Then there's no hope. Like that's
Kane might dive like he normally does. Jump in the back of the defender.
We don't lose this game.
Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's get to the
joke, man.
Let's get to the score predictions.
Your team is just so whack, bro.
Let's get to
so sad about a Tottenham fan. Honestly,
all right. Let's move on. Let's go to the score predictions. So before we go to score predictions, guys, can you make sure you subscribe, you follow all of our social media platforms, and make sure you comment. Let us know what you think. Let us know if you agree. What can Spurs do
Tell these
to
joke
overcome
Brehz.
City?
Spurs can handle this.
All right, let's go to score predictions. We're only going to predict the games that we've discussed today. So Leicester versus Liverpool. I'm going to say 2-1 Leicester. What are you saying, Kemal? No, 2-1 Liverpool. 2-1 Liverpool. Leicester. What are you saying, Kemal?
2-1 Leicester.
Okay, Ben, what are you saying?
1-0 Leicester.
Kadus, what are you saying?
1-1.
Isha?
3-1 Liverpool.
Okay, Manchester City versus...
drink that vodka, bro.
West Brom versus Manchester United. I think we'll bounce back. I'm going to say 3-0 Manchester United. What are you going to say, Kemal?
2-0 Manchester United.
Ben?
2-0 United.
Kadus?
4-0 United.
Isha? Wow, 4-0.
3-1 United.
Okay, Arsenal versus Leeds. I'm going to say Arsenal's losses are going to continue. 2-1 Leeds. What are you saying? Come on.
2-0 Arsenal.
Wow. Ben, what are you saying?
Wait, hold on. You think
need some of my vodka?
Leeds are not going to score?
2-0.
Ben, what are you saying?
2-1 Leeds.
Kadus?
2-1 Arsenal.
Come on.
Isha?
2-1 Leeds.
Okay, Chelsea versus Newcastle. I think it's going to be a 2-1 Chelsea. Actually, I shouldn't have said 1 because Wilson. 2-0 Chelsea win. What are you saying, Kemal?
2-0 Chelsea.
Ben?
2-1 Chelsea.
Kadus?
2-0 Chelsea.
Isha?
2-1 Chelsea before I knew about Wilson.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. And then the last game, Manchester City versus Tottenham. I'm going to say 3-0 Manchester City. What are you saying, Kemal?
2-0 City.
Ben?
Nah, I'll go last, innit? Let me hear these other jokes.
Okay, Kadus?
5-0 City.
And he means it as well.
Oh, you know what? You have to give respect to Kadus because last week he predicted 4-0 that Liverpool would lose. And they lost 4-1. So respect for that.
Thank you.
Isha.
Shut up, man.
Isha.
Chat shit, this guy.
3-2 City.
3-2 City. Ben?
1-1 draw.
You are mad.
Watch.
Well, there you have it. That's all the information, predictions.
Oh, your team is so terrible, man.
Let us know.
It's really bad.
All right.
Honestly.
All right, let's finish it. So
We shall see, innit?
Thank you so much for joining in. Guys, let us know what you think. Let us know if you think it's going to be a draw between City and Tottenham. And thank you guys for joining in and discussing. And we're going to see you next week for the next games that are coming up. This is what's amazing about this league is games every 3 days. So we're always consumed by entertainment. So thank you so much.
Jose hates Pep.
And we'll see you next week.
Jose's going to finish Pep.
Bye-bye.
You know this.